Welcome to ANS Solver question 8. Work out g of 1 by 4. So what they are asking us to do here is to substitute 1 by 4 into the equation or the function of g. So we can work out 8 multiplied by, since we have to substitute 1 by 4 instead of x, so 8 multiplied by 1 by 4 minus 5. So we can cancel the 4 and 8 because 4 times 2 is 8. So therefore 2 minus 5 will give us minus 3, being our final answer for part A. Now let's move on to part B. Work out f of 2. So what we have to do here is we have to substitute 2 as x in the f of x function, and then whatever answer we get, that answer we have to substitute as x again in the f of x function. So if we substitute f of 2, we will get 3 divided by x, or 2 plus 2, my bad, and then 2 plus 2 is 4, so therefore 3 by 4. Now if we substitute f of 3 by 4 into the function, we will get 3 divided by 3 by 4 plus 2. So let's simplify now. If we take the LCM, we will get 3 divided by 3 plus 8 divided by 4, and we can reciprocate this, so 3 my bad, the full thing, not the full thing, my bad. So 3 divided by 3 plus 8 by 4, so 3 multiplied by 4 divided by 8 plus 3, which is 11. Therefore final answer being 12 divided by 11. Now let's move on to part C. G of x. So we have to substitute the x value as the g function itself. So therefore 8x minus 5. So therefore 8 multiplied by 8x minus 5 and then minus 5. So 8 multiplied by 8 is 64, so 64x. 8 multiplied by 5 would be 40, so minus 40 minus 5. So 64x minus 40 minus 5 would give us minus 45. Therefore our final answer being 64x minus 45. Now part D. Find the inverse of the function g. So I don't know how many schools use this method, but it is a really simple method and it is accepted by Cambridge. All you need to do is write the function of g with y instead of g of x. So y is equal to 8x minus 5. Next, you switch x and y. So you write x equals 8y minus 5, and then you make x the subject. So let's go ahead and do that. You can take the 5 to the other side, so negative will become positive when moving from one side of the equation to the other, and you can take the 8 as well to the other side. So when you take multiplication to the other side becomes division. Therefore y is equal to 8 plus 5 by x plus 5 by 8 will be your final answer for part D. Now let's move on to part E. Write g of x minus f of x as a single fraction in its simplest form. So g of x is 8x minus 5 minus f of x, which is 3 divided by x plus 2. So how we can do this is we multiply 8x minus 5 both by x plus 2, the numerator and the denominator. So x plus 5, 8x minus 5, my bad, multiplied by x plus 2 minus 3, whole thing divided by x plus 2. So we can multiply the two brackets. So we multiply the first term of the first bracket with both the terms of the second bracket, and the second term of the first bracket with both the terms in the second bracket. So 8x into x would be 8x square. 8x multiplied by 2 would be plus 16x. Minus 5 into x would be minus 5x. And minus 5 multiplied by 2 would be minus 10. And minus 3 comes as it is, whole thing divided by x plus 2. Therefore we can simplify further. So 8x square, there's no other x square term, so 8x square stays as it is. 16x minus 5x, since they have the same variable, that is x raised to 1, we can take the sum of the coefficients. So 16 minus 5 would be 11, so that would be positive 11x. And minus 10 minus 3 would give us minus 13. Therefore the final answer for this for part E would also be 8x square plus 11x minus 13, whole thing divided by x plus 2. Now let's move on to part F. Show that h of g of x is equal to 19. So basically what they are saying is, in the h of x function, we have to substitute the function g as x. So 8x minus 15, minus 5, my bad. So if we do that, 8x minus 5, yes. So the h of x function is x square plus 6, so that would mean that we have to do 8x minus 5 the whole square minus, or is it, it's plus 6, yeah. So plus 6 is equal to 19. So we can simply solve this. So there's a rule that says that, my bad, a minus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So we can easily expand this bracket. So a square would be 8x the whole square, so that would be 64x square, and b square would be minus 5 square, which would be plus 25. Now again minus 2ab as well, so minus 2 multiplied by the a term, which would be minus 16x, multiplied by minus 5. So we can simply do minus 16 multiplied by minus 5. Of course, it'll give us a positive answer. So that would be plus 80x is equal to, we can take the 6 to the other side of the equation. So positive when taken to the other side of the equation becomes negative. Therefore 19 minus 6 is equal to 13. So we can just rewrite this equation, 64x square plus 80x plus so we can take 13 to the other side of the equation. So positive when taken to the other side of the equation becomes negative. So 25 minus 13 gives us positive 12. So therefore equal to 0 now. So what we can do now is we can divide the whole equation by 2. So 64 divided by 2 would be 32. 80 divided by 2 would be 40. And 12 divided by 2 would be 6. Now once again we can divide the whole thing by 2. 32 divided by 2 would give us 16x square. 40 divided by 2 would give us 20, and 6 divided by 2 would give us 3. And my bad, since it is negative 2a plus b, the sign of the 80x would be negative as well. So negative, 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 negative equals 0. Therefore, we have our final answer for part F1 or for F part 1. Now, let's move on to part F2. Use the quadratic formula to solve the equation. Show all your working and give your answers correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so we know the quadratic formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus whole root b square minus 4ac whole thing divided by 2a. So we can solve this now. So minus b would be minus 1 multiplied by minus 20. So 20 plus, since there are 2 scenarios, plus or minus, we will work that out separately. So 20 plus b square would be 20 square, which is 400. 400 minus, so we can write 4 times 16 multiplied by 3, because the value of a is 16 and the value of c is 3. So 4 times 16 times 3 is 192. So therefore 400 minus 192 and divided by 2a, so 16 into 2, which would be 32. Or we have to work out the negative scenario as well. So 20 minus, the calculations will be the same. So 400 minus 192 whole thing divided by 32, which is equal to 20 plus, you can directly enter this calculation into the calculator. So 400 minus 192 whole thing divided by 3. So you will get your answer. My bad. So 20 plus root 208 whole thing divided by 32. So you will get your answer over here as 1.0756939. Or you will get your answer in the second scenario. So root 208, 20 minus that, and whole thing divided by 32. So you will get 0.174306. So they are telling us to give our answer to 2 decimal places. Therefore, our final answers will be 1.08, because the number to the right of the second decimal place is a 5. Therefore, it will round off the 7 to the next number. Or the answer would be 0.17. Since 4 is less than 5, it won't round off the 7 to the next number. Therefore, these will be your 2 values or 2 answers for part F2.